Hey guys, so how are you? I am the author of the fanfiction 7 Years in the 90s, and I am here today to bring you a Google Hangout. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I just came out of school, and if you hear me like yawning all the time, then that's just because I'm tired. But welcome to this Hangout. And if you can tell, I'm a little nervous because this was not supposed to happen today. This was supposed to happen on the weekend, and even though I'm just doing this spontaneously, um, I hope that you enjoy it. And I know that a lot of you will not be able to make it, but let's just get started. So, a lot of you, like none of you, know me personally. So now you will. Now you will. My name is Michelle, and a lot of you know me as um, the writer from the Girl Meets World, sorry, the Girl Meets World fan fiction. I'm the writer, and so um, I don't know how to start this, but I'll just say that I'm a student in high school, and I'm currently in grade 12, and I am still learning the world and everything. I am 16 years old, and here I am just doing this. And yesterday was the anniversary of the day that I started the story, and now you finally get to see what I look like. And I hope that's okay with you guys. I don't know, but so let's just get into it. So I started writing about 4 years ago, and it's gonna be 4 years ago this next week that's coming up. I think September 28th was the first time I just started thinking about what would it be like if I started writing. So that's what I did, and now I'm here, and it's just unbelievable how much time has passed, and now I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys, and I just really enjoy writing, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy the story so much. It's a real honor for you guys to like it so much and for you guys to follow me and follow the story, everything. I just really want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me. It's incredible. I don't know how I could have done it without you guys, and I'm really thankful, really, really thankful for all of your effort and for everything. So I think I'll just start with saying that I learned with Girl Meets World, I learned with every episode of the show, I learned what I should be writing in my story and how I should be basically what I should be taking into account the lessons that I write and what I want you guys to take out of it. So that's basically why I love the show so much. Is that all the lessons and everything? I know you guys are really fond of the ships and everything. I know that's a big issue with a lot of you guys, but personally, me, I don't ship anybody, but I still love the show. Anyway, so now let's get started with some of the questions that you guys have asked me. So this person from the MS said her name is Shannon and she's from Twitter, and I love talking to you on Twitter. Just saying. So for the Google Hangout, I was wondering how did you come up with the idea for 7 years in the 90s? So um, originally, when I started writing, I instantly got writer's block, and that was a big deal for me to handle. I could write, but whenever I wrote, I would just throw it away. I wouldn't be able to accept what I wanted to write. I didn't have it in me. But then in August of 2014, which was a year ago, I it was really random. You know how those times you're um, when you're thinking about something and it's just the randomest time. It just happened to me that way. I was looking in the mirror. I was getting ready to go see my sister at her job, and my dad was gonna drive me. And so I was looking at myself, and I was thinking, what would happen if Riley and Maya went into the past and they met Corey and Sean. So that's how it came. And after I got that idea in my head, I couldn't get rid of the idea. It was just there. And the days after that, I went on the fanfiction website for Girl Meets World, and I saw that someone had already written a story. It was called "Careful What You Wish, Careful What You Wish For," and I really liked that story a lot. And I followed it for a long time, but unfortunately the author did not continue the story. So then in September, which was a month after I came up with the idea for the story, I decided to publish the first chapter, and after that it just kept going on, and now I'm in chapter 37. I'm supposed to be um, publishing that, updating the story soon, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to do it on Sunday. I've been really busy, and that's at that time I had a stomach ache, and I just didn't feel up to even doing this hangout. I was supposed to do it on Sunday. I'm so really sorry. I just couldn't do it, really. And besides, I wasn't alone. Right now, I'm alone because it just happened automatically. My mom and my dad said they needed to go fix something. It was something that happened with my dad's car, and my sister is at the movies with her friends, and so I just got this opportunity. I don't know how, because I'm usually never home alone. So that's why it was really hard for me to decide a date and a time to do this hangout. And now that I'm here, I am going to try to do as fast as I can. Okay, so the second question comes from Anonymous, and she asks, what is your favorite episode of Boy Meets Girl? My favorite episode, I know a lot of you guys say it's, and then, and then there was Sean. I love that episode a lot. But lesson-wise, my favorite episode, I'm so sorry. My favorite episode is the Eskimo. I love that episode so much because, especially at the end, when Sean is at the Super Bowl game and he holds up that sign and it says, Mr. Feeney, nothing is impossible. I think that's what it was. But I really enjoyed that a lot. And as for Girl Meets World, I would have to say either creativity, because I feel it's really relatable to a lot of people that are going through this at school. Their programs are being cut off, and they're basically taking away their creativity, and so that's what I felt was very important to address, and I like that episode a lot. And another episode that I like from Girl Meets World was Girl Meets Korean Topanga, and that just came out last week, and I watched it, and a lot of you guys have been were sending me like messages saying, "Did you watch the promo? It's exactly kind of like your story." So I did watch the promo, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they're they're going back to the past," and that's basically what the story of my story is about. And it was so crazy that they're doing that they did that, and I never thought they would do that, but I'm so happy that they did. So, next question comes from Delaney Lucas. I'm so sorry. I talk to you all the time through email, and I love you so much. You are amazing, and you ask a lot of questions, which is really good because I really like people that ask a lot of questions. And so, the first question you asked me was, what type of music do I listen to? I listen to, I guess, pop and country. I don't listen to a lot of music, which is, I don't know why, I just don't, but I am in a band, and basically I have to listen to a lot of concert band arrangements, from, pop songs like All About That Bass or Bang Bang. I do listen to the songs, but I listen to the arrangements of those songs. I don't know why, I just like them better. I don't know why, because I'm very musical. I don't know. So, who is your favorite band? I don't have a favorite band. Um, I don't think I ever did. I'm not sure. Really, I don't know. I just don't have a favorite band, or I can't think of one right now. So next question is, if you could have anything in the world, what would it be? What would I have? I had to think about this a lot. I realized that what I want in the like anything that if I had anything in the world, I would probably want to have a book published in my name. Basically, that's what I want, and that's what I'm striving to do, and that's what I want to do, and hopefully I will do that someday. So, do you watch Supernatural or Pretty Little Liars? I watch Pretty Little Liars. Ooh, I'm still trying to accept the fact that Cece was A and she is A. And I watched the show, and I think a few of you guys know that I do watch the show. And I'm currently writing fan fiction with a co-writer, and you should check that out. It's called Best Two Secrets, and it's published in my account. But I'll give you a shout out, Sasha. Um, just check out our story; it's really good. It's about like all our alternative to season 6, how we wanted it to go, and it even has a different A, so it's not the A that was in the show. It's someone else. And we're still working on that, and hopefully we're gonna update as much as possible because we haven't really been working on that lately. It's just because of school and everything. It's really hectic, and we really should be working on it, but we will. So next, oh, and I don't watch Supernatural because not that because I don't like the show. I've never watched the show. My sister, I think she watches the show. I'm not sure, but I've read a lot of supernatural books, and that's just because of her. Like she brings a lot of supernatural books to our house, and that's why that's why I read a lot of it, but I don't watch any TV shows that have that element into the show. Um, but I don't know. I just never really liked those kinds of shows. I don't know why I read about them if I don't like the show. I don't like shows that are about that. I don't know. So which do you prefer, 90s TV show or TV shows now? I prefer 90s TV shows. If it wasn't obvious before, I watch a lot of 80s and 90s shows. I watch Fresh Prince, Boy Meets World, Family Ties, Family Matters, The Cosby Show, Step by Step, all of those shows. I don't know if I know every single show, but I know a lot of them. And the TV shows now, I don't watch a lot of TV basically because I don't have cable. So I just have to go online and watch the shows that I can find. And but the shows that I do watch that are from today um, would be Girl Meets World, obviously. Young and Hungry, Switch at Birth. I haven't really watched season 4 of Switch at Birth yet. I haven't really gotten to it, but I've watched seasons 1 and 2 and half of season 3. And um, I've watched Big Bang Theory. It's another one of my favorite shows. Um, and I think that's it in terms of shows of today. I don't I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV right now. So how tall am I? I'm 5'4", 5'5" ish. I think that's average. Does your school have Spirit Week, Homecoming Week? We do have Spirit Week, and if you guys don't know, sorry, why? If you guys don't know, Spirit Week is when, at least for us, it's when you come to school wearing your sweater of the team, like the team or not the team, but the club that you're in. Like you can be in radio club. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. Or biblioteca, and you come with the sweater that they give you from the club. I think that's what Spirit Week is for everybody. I'm not sure. We don't have Homecoming Week. I go to an all-girls school, and it's a Catholic school, but it doesn't mean that we don't have dances. We do have dances. We invite boys from other schools, and they come to our school, and we have dances. It's normal. It's a normal school. It just doesn't have boys in it, but we don't have homecoming. We don't have a football team. And I think that's kind of sad because I know there's a lot of aggressive girls at my school. So if we had a football team, there would be a lot of girls that would do that. So fast food or restaurant food? It was so hard for me to decide this, but I do enjoy fast food and I do enjoy restaurant food. But I would have to say restaurant food just because my favorite place to eat is in a restaurant, and it's called Eastside Mario. I don't know. I think that's a Canadian thing. So if you're in Canada, I guess you can check that out. If you haven't done so already, it's really good. It's an Italian place, and I've eaten in it since basically I was born. And yeah. So the next question that I want to discuss is Have you ever thought about adding Lucas and Sparkle? And this comes from Breaking Away King 57, and I know you from Twitter too. And I would say that yes, I am going to add Lucas and Sparkle into the story. You all know when it's coming. It's not coming really soon. It will come. Don't worry. And basically, they will be in the story. They won't be in the past, which you can already see that being really confusing, but they will be in the story and they will come in a very surprising way, and you'll see why. You'll see what I mean. So yeah. So now I want to read some reviews that I've gotten so far. I went through half of the reviews and I couldn't go through everything. I'm so sorry, but it was a lot to go through. Um, Sorry, there's so many slides here. So, first I want to talk. There was this review that came out in my first chapter, and I'm going to try to go through all the reviews that I've picked out, that I've selected. And this person said that, oh darn it, someone beat me to writing this story. LOL. But seriously, it is really good so far. The one thing I really hate is what you did to Katie. She generally loves her daughter, but pushes her away because she doesn't want Maya to end up like her. Other than that, I like it. So what I did to Katie in the beginning of the story, I know a lot of you, I don't know if you thought it was a good idea to make Katie want to leave her daughter, but that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to have Maya understand that there might not be her mom there for her, and because Katie is a very complex character, and she basically does not know yet how to raise a kid, and so she thinks that by sending her to Sean, that she will be able to be raised correctly, and she thinks that she's a bad mother. It has nothing to do with Maya. It has to do with Katie and what she thinks. So that's basically why I made her want to go to California. I think that that was where I sent her. But anyway, so and this next question comes from chapter 4, and this was a guess. I'm sorry, the question, well, the comment from the 4 was her name or his name was Fiction Lover 94. The question that comes from the next review is, my question for you is, if they go through their lives living up with Corey, Sean, and Topanga, wouldn't it be weird that they are back in their time? Because theoretically, the past affects the future, so if you go back in time and do something different than the future, will change, for example, their name. Their names. Unless if in the end of the series you have it all be one big dream. So with this, I think that you guys know that there will be an ending to the story, and there will be many twists and turns before you realize that it ends. And I have the ending planned out. And it won't. I don't know if it's gonna be what you guys expect from the story, but it's gonna be somewhat sad. But it will also be there will also be a conclusion to everything. There will be um closure to the story. So I hope you guys are not upset with how it ended. I cannot um say that either they will be back or they won't. I think I have. I don't know. I already said that. Sorry. Um, but something will happen, and it will all be resolved. You'll see. So in chapter 6, Jenna 323.m, you've been following my story for a long time, and I really appreciate that. I love every review that you send to me. So I really enjoy this chapter too. I can't wait for the next one and keep up the good work. And I don't know about you, but I think it might accidentally change history, if you know what I mean. Like, what if Sean fell in love with Maya? That would be pretty interesting. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting, right? Um, I know you guys. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if the reason why a lot of you read my stories because of the Sean and Maya thing going on. I'm not sure, but I hope that's not really the reason. I don't know. I'm really scared that you guys think that I might not put them together, and then if I don't put them together, you guys are just gonna disappear. But There will be a lot more of them in season 3 of the story, and season 4 and season 5 and season 6 and season 7. You will see everything, and everything will make sense, and everything happens for a reason in the story. And yeah, I know you guys love their moments, and I know it's really weird for a lot of you people, but there will be a lot that you will see of them together. You will see. So this review came from Poppy92, and this person said, haha, love it. Well, I bet when, if they get back, the paper's going to be about insecurity or something like that. Great story so far. Thank you. I think I haven't really decided what I want their paper to be. I just threw that in there, the first chapter, because I thought it would tie in at the end, like when the story ends. It would tie into the biggest lesson of all, the story. And I haven't really decided yet, but there will be something there. You'll see. And so the next review, Nerdy Book Girl, said, I was wondering, are the girls going to be with the boys for only 7 years or the rest of their lives? Also, I don't think Riley and Corey should come too close, but I do think that if Corey found out Riley was his future daughter, it'd be another great twist to the story. Like the grandmother in Halloween Town finds out Marnie is her future granddaughter. So far, I love it. I can't wait to read more. My favorite part is so far is the part when Maya got attention in us. Thank you. To Nerdy Book Girl. And first of all, I love that movie, Halloween Town. That was basically my childhood. And to respond to your second comment, they will be there for a very long time. That's why the story is called 7 Years in the 90s. That's why I made it like that. And you will see what happens. They don't, nothing happens, everything happens for a reason. Just keep that in mind. The Twinkle Toes in chapter 12 said, great story, I really should review more. Yes. But, oh well, the next chapter will certainly be an exciting one. I'm also looking forward to when the story gets to the later seasons, and yes, that will happen. Right there. I can see Riley freaking out over the season 5 breakup between Corey and Topanga, especially seeing as their relationship nearly ended once and for all during those days. I was wondering, how do you plan on having the adult Corey, Sean, and Topanga reacting to all this? Well, you will see. Basically, they will know. They will know everything. You will see what happens. And that happens later in the story, not right now. So, the next comment comes from Jules. I love this story. You should make a sequel where Riley and Maya children go in time. That would be amazing. I have never thought about doing that before until you made that comment. And I really do think that there is a story after Riley and Maya time travel and everything. And there will be stuff that happens. And I'm not sure if I would, I'm not sure what would happen if I wrote like a sequel to it. I've never really put much thought into it, but I don't know really what I want to do after the story ends. If a sequel does come to mind, and I do plan on it, and I do plan on it well, then I will let you guys know if there's a sequel. So Anonymous said, I am African American, and I feel you did Chapter 7 perfectly. It shows how good of an author you are because you were able to handle this delicate situation with such grace and maturity. I give you a 5 out of 5 stars. Keep writing because the story is amazing. And this, I picked this review basically because in Chapter 7, and it was like in December, I published that chapter in November. So in December, I got a nasty review saying, why did you use the N word? It was in chapter 7. It was about racism. Why did you use the N word? Why did you use it as a toy? I did not use it as a toy, first of all. And it was to prove a point that racism existed then, and racism still exists now. I did not want to offend anybody in any way. It was just something that needed to be written and for you guys to read it. There is still racism out there. And in the show, the episode Teacher's Pet, which is what the chapter was based on, you saw Corey calling Sean a wop, and that's an insult to Italians, and there was a point to that. And I tried to make a point with the N word. It's not a good word. I know. I know it's not the word you would want to call anybody. It's really disrespectful, and I get that. But I did not try to. I did not want to offend anybody, basically. So I hope that, and I hope and I really felt um reassured that someone stood up for that. I'm really grateful for that. All right. Um. So So this person, the media killer, she wondered, or he wondered, I love the way Sean keeps trying to impress Maya. I bet it will be weird when Angela gets introduced. Also, I'm curious about what the rest of the gang is doing in their current time. Has the year gone by? Also, does time move much slower? Well, the first question, Angela will be in the story, and there will be a lot of stuff that happens between her and Maya and Sean. And to answer your second question, time does move a lot slower in the future while the stuff is happening in the past. So Dope Girl 15 says there's one thing I don't disagree with Bo. And that's the psychic thing with Evelyn. I do not believe that the writers would ever include that in there as it only appeals to some audiences. Personally, I don't believe in it, and I hope it doesn't become a major storyline. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it does become a major storyline. What Evelyn knows about the girls and what she thinks she knows will become a very important storyline in season 3 and no, season 4 mostly. You'll see why. And personally, I don't believe in it. I'm so sorry if there's anybody that does, but personally, I don't believe in it. But I do think it's something that's realistic if it goes with the story. Because who time travels? Like I know there's no DeLorean or anything, but if they're time traveling, then shouldn't there be some other? Shouldn't there be an explanation to why they're traveling? They're time traveling. That's what I came up with, basically. So, let's see. Next. Um, this is from Ali6132. I love you, Ali, so much. You are amazing, and I love how dedicated you are to the story. So, she said, I love that Riley likes Ricky. I'm so excited about the evolution of Corpanga in this story, and what will happen for Shia and Sean Angela. I love the story, and I can't wait for the next update. Because of your writing skills and the fact that I'm always in the mood for a new book, I was inspired to read Freaks the Mighty by you. Also, I looked at your profile and the last chapter for season 2 goes up Tuesday after my birthday. Remember to expect more fangirling moments from me. Well, that's it for now. I guess hasta la pasta. Bye. I know Spanish, so my parents are Korean. And see you guys. So Ricky, I the first season, I tried to add him as much as I could to the story, and I wanted him to be a big part of the story, and I just couldn't really fit him in to the story at the time. And in season 2, I found a great opportunity to fit him in the story, and I took that opportunity, and now he's with Riley. And I'm glad you guys accept that. I'm glad you guys accept that, and I'm glad you guys have a ship name for it. I think it's Ripley or something like that. And for the second part, Shia and Sean Angela, I've already commented on this, but they will have a lot to do with each other. We will see a lot of them. a lot of conflict and resolution between the three. And yeah, so um, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say IES nerd. This was from the my recent update. And so this has nothing to do with the AN, with the author's note. I saw the promo for Romance Core Entertainment, and the first thing I thought was, hey, I'm reading a fan fiction like this. Three guesses which fan fiction I was talking about. Sorry, I know I already responded to this, but I was so happy that the writers decided to take them back to the past and see Core Entertainment and everything. I was so happy. And it was so surreal, everything. So that is it for the reviews that I found. I'm going to check if you guys have seen them. I hope you guys have. I don't know. Um, let's see. Nope, nothing. Yes, okay. Well, so I have some more stuff to talk to you guys about. You guys want to, I want to know. I don't know if you guys do. So, why is your name Mimi1239? My name is Mimi1239 because Mimi was my nickname, my childhood nickname. My dad used to call me that. My sister used to call me that. She still does. My dad doesn't do it as often, but my sister still calls me Mimi. And that came because because in Spanish you say mija. That's what my dad used to, because I'm his daughter. Mija means daughter. And so my dad used to call me Mija, and then he started calling me. Instead of calling me Mija, he would call me Mimi. And then my sister started calling me Mimi too, so that stuck with me. And he made it into my email address, and that stuck with me as well. And the 1239 because it's really simple and because it's the door number. I don't know if I should be telling you guys that, but that's the door number and of my house. So what I already answered this. What inspired you to write the story? Um, myself looking in the mirror, and I had writer's block, and yeah. So any advice for young writers? I I did this with my sister. She wanted to write a book, and I told her to, and she's older than me, for your information, but I told her that if she wanted to write, I've basically all of the authors that I've loved, I've always searched up um their names and their autobiographies and stuff. Um, and a lot of them have said to read and write a lot as much as possible, and I do agree with that because I would write and I would read, I would do all of that a lot, and that's basically how I got where I am today. So why is this story called Seven in the Moonlight? Well, that's because when I was writing the first draft of the first chapter, I couldn't find a name. I didn't know what to call the story, and what happened was I was writing the first draft, and then the idea just popped into my head, and there's a line that went with it. Like I was writing the line, and it said something like, "Riley would not, or I would not, well, because it's from her point of view, I would not understand what my parents felt like, what they were like, until 7 years in the 90s." Something like that. I don't think it makes sense, but it was something like that, and that's how it came. It's cool. So what's your opinion on Girl Meets World? I love the show so much. I love Boy Meets World. I did not watch it until Boy Meets World until I was 14, no, 15, which is when I started the store. I'm 16 now, and I will be 17 soon. Um, but I love the show so much, and I think it's grown a lot immensely over the past 2 years, past 2 seasons. And the character that I relate a lot to happens to be Riley. Even though I know you guys, I know in the story you guys like Maya's point of view more than Riley. I know I can sense that you guys do, but I do relate more to Riley than Maya, just because I'm exactly like her. I'm very energetic. I'm very um, positive and faithful. So that's me. So the period chapter. At first, I didn't know what I read there. The period chapter. Remember that chapter? I think it was chapter 18, 17. I don't remember anymore. But it was the chapter that Maya got her period, and I feel like a lot of TV shows try to avoid that. They don't bring up the fact that girls get their periods, and I thought that was really disappointing. I thought that Girl Next Gold would touch upon that because it is a coming of age show, and I was very disappointed that they didn't. I hope they ever do, then that would be great, right? Because I feel like a lot of girls don't get that exposure in today's society, at least what I watch. Um, so I decided to make the chapter or chapter based on Maya getting her periods because it happens. It's natural. Everybody, all females get their periods. I got mine like 6 years ago when I was 10, and I did not know what it was about. I knew my mom got it, and then my sister got it, and then the same year that my sister got it, I got it as well. So I got it pretty young. Um, but it didn't. It wasn't anything a big deal. It wasn't a big deal to me because I basically did not know how it worked or anything. So I wasn't scared. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to get on my period. I know there's going to be cramps. Well, to be honest, cramps are not that um, big of a deal. It's natural, and you will get used to it. And that's all I can pretty much tell you. And I made Maya get her period first in the story because I know how insecure Riley gets, and you will see her getting her period soon, and that's a big spoiler because that's almost close. And that's in season two. By the end of season two, we will see Riley getting her period, and that's a big spoiler because I did not tell anybody that, and now I'm telling you guys this information. So, who do I ship on the show? I do not ship anybody on the show. I am a no ship person. I know a lot of you guys ship with Kaya or Lucas, but I could go both ways. Both ways. I can go both ways basically because I, sorry, I see what the appeal to shipping, and I used to be a shipper when I was like 13, but now I just don't really see the point because I know the writers are very confusing and they do a lot of stuff to confuse you. Us, they confuse everybody in their tweets and their Q&A marathons. When they kept posting texts, I was laughing so hard. I know a lot of people got frustrated about them posting texts in every single um, tweet that they would get, but I found it extremely funny because they're basically messing with our heads, and it was just really funny to me. And I know a lot of you guys got frustrated by that, but I was laughing a lot, like a lot. Nobody knew why, but I was laughing. It was hysterical. So, will there be any returning characters in the story? There will be returning characters. You will see um, people that you probably thought weren't going to come back to the story. Um, I can tell you this: Harley will be in season 3, and TK will be in season 3, and she will be a big part of the influence. She will influence someone in particular, and it might be a good influence, it might be a bad influence. We will see what happens. Um, but anyway. Um, why won't I put Riley and Sean together instead of Maya and Sean? I know you guys. I know there were like a few people that wanted Riley and Sean together instead of Riley and, I mean, Maya and Sean. But I just want to clear something up. Maya and Sean are not really together. I know you guys kind of made it official, but they're kind of not yet. Or well, maybe I don't know. I can't tell you, I guess. But The reason why I did not make Riley and Sean something, an item of some kind, is because Riley thinks of Sean as an uncle. I know Maya kind of thinks of him as a father, but in my story, she barely knows him enough to think of him as a father. That's why she rejected him in the beginning. She didn't want him to adopt her. But with Riley, she has known Sean for a long time, and that's why I did not make that possible. But they do they do have a connection, a special connection that nobody else in the story will have, and you will see what that connection is in season 3. Yeah, season 3. So how old are the girls really? I know I made Riley and Maya be like 12 years old in the beginning, and then they were 11 in like the past, and then they're 13, and I think Maya should be I think she's like 13 or 14. She'll be 13. No, she's 13, and they should really be like 15 by this point, but they're not 15. I know. I don't know why I do this. I'm like the writers. I know. I make a lot of Sorry, there's so many flies. Oh my gosh. This is this annoying thing with flies right now. It feels like summer. It's like really hot right now. But anyway, what I was saying. What was I saying? I do the same with the girls, and I make them younger than they are because when they're 12 and the boys are supposed to be 11, I wanted them to be the same age. And that's why I did that. I know that's really confusing for a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys were like, why are they still 11? Shouldn't they be 12? Shouldn't they be 13? Shouldn't they be 14? I know I do that. I'm so sorry, and I try to make it seem like it was a good excuse. I know. I'm so sorry, but um, but I will keep them as 11 years old for now, or not 11, but 12 or 13. Riley right now is 12 and Maya's 13. I keep getting, oh my gosh. I'm so tired right now. I came out of school like 2 hours ago and I'm still really tired. I don't know. So why won't I update twice a week? I don't want to like say anything to upset you guys. It's impossible to even update once a week for me, let alone two. So if I updated twice a week, I would not have any homework done. I would not get anything done with the other side of my life. I would not have anything. I would not get anything done with school. And school's really tough with me right now. But that's that. It's really hard to write a chapter in 1 week and have to be make it have a lesson in it and make it like 6K words long. It's really hard. I don't know how I can say anything else. But there was this one girl in particular who kept messaging me and asking me why don't I update like every single day? Well, that's impossible. If you guys are writers, you guys would understand how hard it is to make a story and how hard it is to create a chapter and make it readable, make it make sense in 1 week. Imagine like one day making every single chapter. That would be too exhausting. That I would have to basically write constantly all the time without stopping. That's me. I take a really long time to write a chapter because I take like about one or two, like the minimum I can take is like a day, and then the maximum I usually take is like a week. And I usually start writing on Fridays, and that's why a lot of the time now that I keep backing up, I keep saying I'll update on Sunday, but then I update like on Monday or something like that. I know it's really sad that I do that. I do that a lot, and I'm really sorry. But I do have to get homework done, and it's hard for me to keep up with everything at once. So that's why I did not publish the last chapter when I said I would. I'm really sorry. But, school comes first, but the story is also important to me. That's why I have continued it for this long, and I hope you guys understand that. So will I be writing more stories? Yes, I will be writing more stories. Um, at the moment, I am trying to come up with a. I'm not coming up with it. I already came up with it, but I'm trying to formulate a chapter of a story on how of The Outsiders, and it's my favorite, one of my favorite novels. One of the movies, one of my favorite movies, because it's from the 80s. Um, basically trying to get that done, but at the same time I can't because of the story and because of school and because of everything else. I have band practices on Thursdays, and it's basically very packed. My schedule is very packed. But I try to get everything done as much as possible. But I will be writing. I promise you that. So now that it's almost been like an hour, I don't know if I should end it here or if I should continue because I'm afraid that my parents will be home soon and I don't want them to be here. Um, and since you guys aren't sending me anything right now, I don't know, but I think I should end it here. I will. I just want to say thank you so much for every single thing that you've done. I get every single message that you send me on fanfiction, on Twitter or anything. I love you guys so much, so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys. I would be doing homework. I would be sleeping. But the point is, you guys are amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to continue reading more. For those of you that are newcomers that haven't really been with the story for this long, for a long time, for a whole year, or for even like a week, I hope you guys continue to review and to read and to understand my situation right now. And basically, I don't know what else to say, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Google Hangout. Um, I, I, I don't know what else to say, but I think I should end it here. You guys want, I don't know if you guys want to send me anything, I don't know, a message. I get everything you guys send me. If you guys just want to talk, I am always here. Even if I respond like 5 hours later, I'm still here. I get the messages, but sometimes I cannot respond because I'm doing homework or I'm sleeping or I'm at school. But I get everything and I will eventually respond back to you. I'm also an admin on the Chrome World wiki. Um, and if you have any problems there, you can message me on my wall. And you can just basically we can talk. And I hope you guys get something out of this. I don't know what else I can say right now, but I hope you guys enjoy everything of this. It was last minute, so I know that there are not. There's like one person right now on. I don't know who it is, but we'll see who it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and this is the end. But happy one first anniversary of 7 years in the 90s. Happy 200 followers on the story on fanfiction. Happy 192 favorites on the story. Happy everything. Thank you guys for this. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.